Now today we are going to start the fifth chapter. The name of the chapter is Euclid Geometry. Now first of all, understand the meaning of the word geometry. So geometry means what? Geometry is divided into two parts. First is geo, second is metry. Geo means earth and metry means to measure. So this geometry comes from the two words geo and metry. Now Euclid is the name of the scientist. Various scientists have came to give their theories, but here we have to study about Euclid, so that is why it is known as Euclidean geometry. Now what does Euclid give? Euclid have given certain properties, and these properties are divided into axioms and postulates. Axioms and postulates. So what are axioms and what are postulates? So here we will study about both these two. First of all, understand here that both similarity. First of all, I will tell you about the similarity. So both axioms and postulates are universal truth. Universal truth, which need not be proved. Now axioms and postulates are universal truth which we don't have to prove. These are already being proved. Universal truth means what? You can say that, suppose if you will say that sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So this is our universal truth. This will never change. Now suppose if somebody is asking your age, suppose you are right now 15 years of age, and after 2 years if someone will ask, then your age will be changed. So in that case those are simple. So meaning of a universal truth means the truth will never change. So axioms and postulates are universal truth which need not to be proved. They are already being proved. The first term we will study about axioms. So axioms are basically used in mathematics throughout each and every chapter. So what is axioms? Used in throughout mathematics. Throughout mathematics. So axioms are the truth, or you can say axioms are the properties which are used throughout the mathematics. Suppose if someone asks 2 plus 2, so 2 plus 2 will be 4, we are knowing, and 2 plus 2 is equals to 4 will be used in each and every phase. We can't change this value. So axioms are the properties which are used throughout mathematics. And about postulates when we will study, so postulates are basically meant for geometry. So here postulates will only used in the geometry part. So these are the basic difference between axioms and postulates. Now we'll come to the theory that Euclid have given some of the axioms and some of the postulates, and on the basis of this we have to solve the problems. So we will discuss axioms one by one in this video. So see here, what are the axioms of Euclid? So first axiom, what does Euclid has given? Things which are equal to same thing are equal to one another. Things which are equal to same thing are equal to one another. So things which are equal to same thing are equal to one another. So let us take an example. Means suppose x is equal to y. Both are equal. Things which are equal to same thing, and y is equal to a. So if x is equal to y, y is equal to a. So from these two parts we can say that a will be equal to x. So this theorem says that things which are equal to same things, these two things are equal and these two things are same. So they will be equal to some another part also. So this is the first axiom of Euclid. Now see second axiom, what does it given? Second axiom is if equals are added, if equals are added to equals, if equals are added to equals, then whole are equal. Then whole are equal. So if we will add any equal value to both the equal, suppose x is equal to y, we add any equal value. In case of x we add here 5 and y also we add here 5. So whatever value which we are getting, this whole part will also be your equal. So equals are added to equals, both value are equal. Added to equal means the number which we are adding, both should be equal. So we are adding here 5 on x also and we are adding here 5 on y also. So whatever the whole part which we are getting, they both are equal. So this will be your second axiom. So third axiom, what does it given? So axiom third is if equals are subtracted from equals, then remainder will be equal. Now third axiom is saying that if equals are subtracted from the equals, suppose x is equal to y, we subtract any equal value. From x we subtract 4 and from y also we subtract 4. So whatever remainder we are getting at this place, they both are equal. Means this theorem is similar to near about axiom number 2 what we have studied. In axiom number 2 we have added the value. In axiom number 3 we have to subtract and whatever remainder which we are getting, they both are equal. Now see about axiom number 4. Axiom number 4. The whole is always greater than the part. Whole value is always greater than the part. Means whatever the value is whole. Suppose if we take this shape, from this shape we cut this part. So this is a smaller part. So this smaller part will always be smaller than the whole part. Another example we can take, suppose we are living in this earth and earth is coming inside the universe. In universe so many planets are there, earth is also there, sun is there, moon is there. So main thing is that earth is a part of a universe. So we can say that whole whatever the value is whole, that is always greater than the part. So we can, so here you can see an example as suppose this is a shape. From this shape we have cut this part. So whatever part is outside, that part is always smaller than the whole part, and the whole part is always greater than the smaller part. So this is our axiom number 4. Now we come to axiom number 5. Five is things which are double. Things which are double of the same thing. Things which are double of the same thing are equal to one another. Are equal to one another. So axiom number 5 says that things which are double of the same thing are equal to one another. It means that suppose the value of x we have taken as 2p, value of y is also as 2p. So things which are double of the same thing is P, and the thing which is double means we can take the value multiplied by 2. So x equals to 2p and y is equals to 2p. So things which are double of the same thing are equal to one another. It means that both the values should be your equal. X we have taken as 2p, y we have taken as 2p, so both the values should be equal. This is our axiom number 5. Axiom number 6 is things which are half. At the place of this we will write things which are half of the same thing are equal to one another. So here we can take another example, things which are half. So here we can write x is equals to p by 2 and y is equals to p by 2. So things which are half of the same thing. So we can take half value, so both the values should be equal. So we can write here x will be equal to y. So this is our axiom number 6. Axiom number 6 and axiom number 5 are near about equal. In axiom number 5, it says that things which are double of the same thing are equal to one another. And example, axiom number 6 is saying that things which are half of the same thing are equal to one another. So half you can take value as p by 2, y also you can take here p by 2. So both the values should be equal. The last axiom, axiom number 7. Axiom number 7 says that things which coincide with one another, things which coincide with one another, things which coincide with one another are equal. So see the meaning of this, things which coincide with one another. Suppose if this is a line AB and this AB is of 6 centimeter, this is another line XY and XY is also of 6 centimeter. So you can say that both the lines are equal. So we can say that both the lines are equal, so both lines are coinciding on each other. It means that if we put AB on XY, so this AB will totally cover this XY. It means that totally overlap. So this is our 7th axiom, that things which coincide with one another are equal. It means that whatever things we put on one another, so total it will cover the thing, or you can say that totally it will overlap. So this axiom states that things which coincide with one another are equal. So both the line or both the shapes are equal. In my next video, I will come with some postulates with the Euclid as given. So till, thank you.